Rita Maddock, born Henrietta Davidson but known to millions as Darlinda, was the seventh child of a seventh daughter. Her childhood habit of predicting the unpredictable was a sign of her own destiny after she decided to leave a career in the civil service to become Scotland's first registered clairvoyant. Soon after, a chance meeting with a newspaper photographer led to her landing a horoscope column in the Sunday Mail. Over 16 years at the top of her profession, she was Scotland's best-loved astrologer and was propelled into a stellar world in every sense. But behind the headlines, Rita had been diagnosed as diabetic in her teens, which in later life led to problems with her kidneys.
About 9 years ago, 10 years ago now, I realised my kidney was failing. And eventually I went on to dialysis. And then 8 years ago, I got a new kidney, which was wonderful. And I was, comparatively well with my new kidney for 7 years. And then last year, sadly, the kidney started to fail. One day I was at the clinic, this was about 9-10 years ago, and I thought, well, these poor souls sitting waiting to go into the clinic, and I thought, so much money is needed for research because my brother had died of kidney failure about 14 years before this. And I thought, I wonder if I could raise some money. First of all, I thought I could raise £5,000 and then it was 10,000 and it's just gone on from there.
Rita died in 1995, but her legacy of Darlinda's charity continues to grow, with almost £1 million donated to the renal unit at Glasgow's Western Infirmary since 1987 to assist with crucial research and assistance for patients like Laura Ritchie.
I was in my final year of university studying business and languages, and I was actually on my year abroad, and I came back home to Glasgow to celebrate my 21st birthday, and that's actually when I got taken into hospital, told overnight that my kidneys were no longer working and that I had to go on dialysis. I mean, this was a massive shock, and I had to face the reality of being on the machine 3 days a week for 5 hours at a time. You can't move or do anything, so we'd also spend some time like watching sort of TV, DVDs, things that are sort of funded by Darlinda's charity, things that to an outside person might look small. However, these have a big impact when you're sitting for that sort of length of time.
It's the input of renal patients like Laura and Rita herself that allows Darlinda's charity to provide assistance that really makes a difference. However, there's no cure for renal failure and many of its associated conditions, and it's the charity's contribution to vital research projects that offers the most hope for the future.
There's not any magic fix in the situation. I think we're not going to cure it overnight. It requires graft and hard work and also ongoing support from charities like Darlinda's Charity for Research.
And Darlinda's has been there every step of the way. The very first piece of medical equipment from the charity 25 years ago was a scanner donated by the late Sir Hugh Fraser that still works today. Whether it's research, patient comfort or equipment, Darlinda's charity is there for the patients and medical teams when support is needed, something that Chris and Stephen Adams are all too aware of on the eve of their transplant.
I'm here because Stephen, who is my brother, is donating one of his kidneys because I've been on dialysis for 3 months now.
When you get the final date, which was tomorrow, you do get that little bit more anxious because it becomes more real. It affects my wife as well and my young kids, so obviously they're worried, but any doubts that I have, they just go away whenever I think about how important it is to Chris. And I always think to myself how I would feel if I was in his situation, and would I want him to do it? And the answer is yes, of course. And unlike Chris, I would probably say, come on, give me one of your kidneys. So, but Chris never asked once. It was all down to waiting to be offered it, and there was never any pressure from him or my family to do it.
Can't explain it, can't put it into words, just sitting here listening until it makes it all come true. Just a big thanks. That's all I can say just now. I don't think I could have loved them anymore.
The stories of incredible selflessness that surround the unit and Darlinda's charity are often the hardest and at the same time most rewarding to hear.
I mean, my donor throughout the process has always wanted to be anonymous, but to me it's just such an amazing person in my life. It's like having a second father figure as well, you know, but I do get quite emotional actually talking about him as well. So it's just quite a lot to do. Sorry.
It's okay.
He's changed my life. Yes. I couldn't have done what I've done over the past 5 years.
It's the impact that Darlinda's has had on the lives of thousands of patients through the years that continues to inspire incredible support and generosity at the charity's fundraisers, where the emphasis is very much on celebrating life. Darlinda's charity couldn't continue with its crucial work without your support at its fundraising events. The best way to show your support is by attending, giving in any way you can and spreading the word about the work of the charity.